You gotta keep that wheel a-turning and do a little more each day.
One day the boss to William came and he said, look here, young, what's your name? We're not content with what you do, so work a little harder or it's out with you.
And keep that wheel a-turning, keep that wheel a-turning. You gotta keep that wheel a-turning and do a little more each day.
So William turned with the same sweet smile, and all the goods grew up a pile. He filled the room and the room next door, and they overflowed to the basement floor.
Keep that wheel a-turning, keep that wheel a-turning. You gotta keep that wheel a-turning and do a little more each day.
The nation heard of his wondrous tale, and his picture appeared in the Sketch and the Mail. The papers ran excursions down, all to look at William Brown.
Keep that wheel a-turning, keep that wheel a-turning. You gotta keep that wheel a-turning and do a little more each day.
The sequel of the story is sad to tell, 'cause he turned out more than his boss could sell. The market slumped and the price went down. 7 more days and his section brown.
Keep that wheel a-turning, keep that wheel a-turning. You gotta keep that wheel a-turning and do a little more each day.
The moral of the story I'll now lay down. Don't be a fool like William Brown. If you want your boss to hold on to you, do as little work as you can do.
Keep that wheel a-turning, keep that wheel a-turning. You gotta keep that wheel a-turning and do a little more each day. Keep that wheel a-turning, keep that wheel a-turning. You gotta keep that wheel a-turning and do a little more each day.
cheer, and I'll tell you what we'll do. The specials, they have plenty, but the IRA have few. We'll send the word to Johnson before we'll walk so far,
and we'll give the boys a bloody good ride in Johnson's motor car.
When Johnson got the wire, he soon pulled on his shoes. He says this is an urgent case, there is no time to lose. He then pulled on his castor hat and on his breast a star.
You could hear the din go through Glenfin of Johnson's motor car.
But when he got to the Sreeland Bridge, the rebels he saw there, he knew the game was up with him, as at him they did stare. He says, I have a permit to travel near or far.
To hell with your English permit, boy, we want your motor car.
What will my loyal brethren say when they find out the news? Me car, it has been commandeered by the rebels at Dunluce. We'll give you our receipt for it, all signed by Captain Barr. And when Ireland gets her freedom, boy, you'll get your motor car. We put the car in motion and filled her to the brim, with guns and bayonets shining, and Johnson he looked grim. Then Barney rose the Sinn Féin flag and she shot off like a star, and we gave 3 cheers for the IRA and Johnson's motor car. Now when the specials heard of this, it grieved their hearts full sore. They swore they'd have reprisals before the night was o'er. In vain they searched the Rosses through Glenties and Kilcar, but the IRA were miles away in Johnson's motor car.
of the roses, me love, and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, oh, Johnny, lovely Johnny, would you leave me? When I was a young man, I heard me father say that he'd rather see me dead and buried in the clay sooner than be married to any run away on the lovely sweet banks of the roses. On the banks of the roses, me love, and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, oh, Johnny, lovely Johnny, would you leave me? Oh, well, I'm no run away, and soon I let them know I can take a good glass and can leave it alone. And the man that doesn't like me, he can keep his daughter home, and young Johnny will go roving with another. On the banks of the roses, me love, and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, oh, Johnny, lovely Johnny, would you leave me? If ever I get married, 'twill be in the month of May, when the leaves they are green and the meadows they are gay, and I and me true love can sit sport and play on the lovely sweet banks of the roses. On the banks of the roses, me love, and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she sighed and she said, oh, Johnny, lovely Johnny, would you leave me?
Come all ye dryland sailors and listen to me song. It's only 40 verses and I won't detain you long. It's all about the adventures of this old Carrick barge. They sail as man before the mast on the good ship Calibar. Now the Calibar was a fine contrapper, bottom fore and aft. Her yard arms stuck out yards behind, and her wheels were big thick shafts. We had a gale to swell the sails, and we made 1 knot per hour. She was the fastest craft that Carrick had, she was only 1 horsepower. Now the captain was a strapping lad, he stood just 4'2". His nose was red, his eyes were green, and his cheeks were a poaching blue. He wore a leather medal that he won in the Crimea War, and the captain's wife was passenger cook on the good ship Calibar. Now the captain said to me lad, look here, me lad, says he, would you like to be a sailor yard to sail the raging sea? Would you like to be a sailor yard in foreign lands to roll? 'Cause we're under orders for Ballindine with a half a ton of coal. Early next morning we set sail, the weather being sublime. As we passed under the old bridge we heard the town clock chime, and then we came to the gasworks straight, a very dangerous part, and we ran aground on a lump of coal that wasn't marked on the chart. Then all became confused, and the stormy winds did blow. The boatswain slipped an orange peel and fell into the hole below. But on most steam the captain cried, for we are sorely pressed. But the engineer on the bank replied, the old horse is doing his best. We all fell into the water then, and we all began to roar. There was a farmer standing there, he threw in the end of his gallus, and he pulled us all ashore. No more I'll be a sailor yard to sail the raging main. And the next time I go to Carrick Town, I'm bloody sure going to be trained.
shamefully treated, and I, Robert Emmett, awaiting my doom. Hung, drawn, and quartered, sure that was my sentence, but soon I will show them no coward am I. My crime is the love of the land I was born in. A hero I lived, and a hero I'll die. Old Robert Emmett, the darling of Ireland, old Robert Emmett will die with a smile. Farewell, companions, both loyal and daring. I lay down my life for the Emerald Isle. Hark, the bells tolling, I know well its meaning. My poor heart tells me it is my death knell. In come the clergy, the warder is leading. I have no friends here to bid me farewell. Goodbye, old Ireland, my parents and sweetheart, companions in arms. To forget you must try. I am proud of the honor, it was only my duty. A hero I lived, and a hero I'll die. Bold Robert Emmett, the darling of Ireland, bold Robert Emmett will die with a smile. Farewell, companions, both loyal and daring. I lay down my life for the Emerald Isle.
As I went a-walking down by the seashore, and the winds they did whistle, and the waters did roar, I heard a fair maiden give a pitiful cry. It sounded so lonesome as it swept off our isle. I never will marry, I'll be no man's wife. I intend to live single all the days of my life. My love's gone and left me, he's the one I adore. He's gone to a far land, and I'll see him no more. I deep, and she closed her fair blue eyes forever in sleep. I never will marry, I'll be no man's wife. I intend to live single all the days of my life.
Lady, well, my lovely Dinah, 1,000 times adieu. For we're sailing away from the holy ground, and the girls we all love true. We will sail the saucy over, and we'll return for shore to see again the girls we love and the holy ground once more. Right there you are, the girl I do adore, and still I live in hopes to see the holy ground once more. And now the storm is over, and we are safe and well. We will go into our public house, and we'll sing and ring like hell. We will drink strong ale and porter, and we'll make the rockers ring. And when our money is all spent, we will go to sea once more. Fine girl, you're the girl I do adore, and still I live in hopes to see the holy ground once more. Fine girl, you're.